Welcome to tonight's broadcast. This is Indiana Hockey, and my name is Olivia Pierce. Tonight's matchup is against the Indiana Hoosiers, are in a crucial series against the Cincinnati Bearcats. Now, they are both in a position to have a prominent playoff position, basically. And I have the three keys to the game for you right now. To start off for the Hoosiers, you should be looking at senior Ethan DiLorenzo and then sophomore Ben Rosenberg. They're actually performing very well, and they know how to send a message. We saw that last weekend, especially against Michigan. They know how to set the tone. Be sure to watch out for them. But for the other team, I want to take it all the way back to Cincinnati. You guys need to look out for players like Nathan Soderhouse and Jordan Winrod. They're both leading Cincinnati in points. However, Jordan Winrod has almost 60 minutes. Yes, I said 60 minutes of a penalty time. Oh my goodness, isn't that just so much? Now, the Hoosiers need to be careful of this and have this player and many others on their radar, because if they want to win, they want to put up goals and not penalty minutes, although we would like a power play. And finally, tonight is Pink the Rink night, hosted by Zeta Tau Alpha in support of breast cancer awareness. Now, on top of that, if it couldn't get any crazier, it is also senior night. We are recognizing 6 seniors and both of our managers for all they do. What a great time to celebrate them. Now, once again, this is Indiana Hockey. My name is Olivia Pierce. We will see you in the broadcast later.
For one final time in Bloomington this season, we welcome you to Friday Night Hockey at the Frank Southern Ice Arena. Good evening, everyone. My name's Andrew Hillsman. Alongside me is my good friend and color commentator, Ryan LaPedis. And Ryan, tonight, the Cincinnati Bearcats are in town to face on the Indiana Hoosiers on senior night.
It's senior night. The crowd is incredible. The energy is high. The Hoosiers are hot. They've won 6 straight. They've won 14 of their last 16. Cincinnati trying to come in and ruin senior night for the Hoosiers on Pink the Rink Friday night.
The Hoosiers in their pink jerseys in partnership with Zeta Tau Alpha, their Pink the Rink in awareness and fundraising of breast cancer research. We're ready to get underway, as is everyone else. Here we go. 20 minutes on the clock in the first period, and the Cincinnati Bearcats control the opening face-off as they'll take it around their own net. As Bepko's there, it comes in the near side corner. Griffin Timmons hacks for it. All seniors out in the starting lineup. Here's Jeremy. Has a look in, and he'll pass it to the center. Looking for DiLorenzo. They get a shot on it. Goes wide left. To the center, Brandenburg. Look for Jeremy, and Jeremy will throw it low. Goes cross ice. Getting caught up there is Cedric Cowens. And left for Indiana. Fresh skater on the ice is Ray Myers. Looking for the center. Jeremy puts one on, and it goes wide. DiLorenzo's still there. Hoosiers good pressure early. Jeremy down low. Turns around, gets off a hit. DiLorenzo and him get tangled up, and Cincinnati is able to finally move it ahead. As Ray Myers almost falls over, no icing this time, and Myers will control in the Bearcats territory for the first time tonight. He'll play it off the boards, moved ahead. And DiLorenzo wanted an interference call on Jacob Kempa, but he won't get one as it's icing with 19 minutes to play in the first period.
Yeah, exactly a minute into this one, and Indiana has had pretty much all the possession. I think possibly all of it. High pressure early from that senior line to start senior night.
Well, Ray Myers is back out there, so the top D line is on the ice. Rosenberg out there as well. He'll win the draw in their own defensive zone, and it flips out to Myers. Myers looking to push things ahead. He goes down to the ice, and Cincinnati takes it away. Here's Kempa. He shoots. It goes high. Bearcats still control with Dylan Marks, the man from Fort Wayne, controlling near side. Flips into netting, comes back down to earth, and DiLorenzo's there to poke it away. Still controlled. The Hoosiers have it in between their own hashes, and it's from Timmons to Myers. Myers goes back to Timmons. He'll move it up towards the top. Brandenburg tried to flip it ahead to Rosenberg, but Cincinnati takes control instead. Kempa between the circles, shoots, goes wide. Tried to throw one on. Cincinnati still controls. To the center, Rosenberg pokes it away. Backhanded pass straight to Ruffner. Ruffner with some speed. Takes it over the blue line, cuts to the center, and changes his mind. Flips off for Rosenberg. Rosenberg behind the goalie. Threw one in front. Nobody was there to pick up the pieces. And a stop, and they'll go the other way. Flipped ahead. Quick pass to Rosenberg on his tape. He loses it. Good stick work, but it's poked away instead by Cincinnati. That's Alex Church trying to throw one cross-ice pass, but good defense by the Hoosiers. Still controlled far side, and a tripping penalty upcoming. Cincinnati will head to the box for the first time today. That looks like it's going to be Zach Royce who will get called for tripping as soon as the Bearcats touch the puck, which they'll do now. First power play upcoming for the Hoosiers, who are 30%, so 3 of 10, succeeding on the year, as the first penalty of the day awarded to Alex Church. 2 minutes for tripping.
Yeah, pretty clear trip in the far corner there. Deep in your offensive zone, taking that penalty, that's rough for Cincinnati, but Indiana's had all the pressure early, and you're not surprised that they earned this power play, and we'll see if they can capitalize just into the first period.
Well, the penalty kill for Cincinnati, the best in the conference at 90%. As Jeremy wins the draw, tries to throw it on net. It's loose between the hashes, and it goes down low. Jeremy to Byram. We'll throw it right back. Cuts south to north. Leaves it for DiLorenzo, who quarterbacks. Gives to Byram. Has a lane to shoot, won't take it. Top of the point. DiLorenzo shoots. It went wide. Good blocker save made by Caden Dalton. Byram thrown down low on the backhand of Jeremy. He'll cut around. Jeremy towards the center. Dump off for DiLorenzo. Looks towards the net. Changes his mind. Back out to Byram. Mid-slot shot. He won't take it. Jeremy's there. And it's flipped out. Byram's able to keep it in by some stroke of luck. Thrown low. They want another penalty. Jeremy flips to the top side, and that's going to go to DiLorenzo. DiLorenzo down low again. 1:10 left on the power play. Jeremy dumps off for D'Lo. Semino there as well. Point-to-point pass. Here's Jeremy. Down low for Semino. It went errant. Cincinnati can't get the puck on their stick. Byram. He'll give to DiLorenzo, who starts at the high slot. He puts one on. Kick save, but it's loose. And finally cleared by the Bearcats as it goes all the way down. As nobody's there, it's instead going to be Zielinski who plays it first. Goes behind the cage from south to north. 33 seconds left on the power play for the Hoosiers. And they'll look to start something off. Cross-ice pass, a saucer finds Rosenberg. He takes it over the blue line. Couple of stick moves, and he gets poked away by Caden Ancona. Going down to the ice is McClure. He's able to re-corral himself, and a traffic jam as Rosenberg comes away. Rosenberg to the center, gets dispossessed by Jacob Kempa. They'll still fight for it with 9 seconds left on the power play, and another successful penalty kill for the moment for Cincinnati. As McClure will look to get things started. Not really a ton of shots taken by the Hoosiers as Slavin dumps this off to Rosenberg. At the blue line and flipped into the zone for Rosenberg. He's got a lane on net. He shoots. It goes high. It was deflected in front by Ancona. Thrown low, Rosenberg, south. In alone, Slavin. He shoots. He scores! It's 1-0 Indiana. Luke Slavin gets the Hoosiers on the board.
The puck fell right to him in the perfect spot in the slot right in front of the goal. Deposits it into the top right corner. The bench is loving it, and it's a 1-0 lead for Indiana. After not getting many good shots in the power play, they capitalized just after, possibly with a tired Cincinnati defensive core.
Make it 12 goals on the year for Luke Slavin, the junior from Fishers, Indiana. The third line left winger getting it done again. He scored against Michigan and will put the Hoosiers up 1-0 early in this one. And with an overcapacity crowd, this place just about erupted with that first goal from Slavin. We'll get back underway as the Hoosiers have a newfound 1-0 lead. Flip to the middle, a great hit delivered by Hosak. No penalty, it was a big one. Flipped far side to near side, Rock. Flipped ahead, here's Urbanczyk, in alone, pass to Burke, and Burke couldn't get it on the net. A 2-on-none for the Hoosiers didn't amount to anything. Cincinnati's going to look the other way. And a whistle offsides. This one's getting chippy early as Rock and Hosak are get into it. But man, what an opening goal by Slavin. What a shot.
Yeah, he picked his spot and he absolutely buried it in the back of the net. And it's been high action to start here. We had back-to-back plays just there. The Hoosiers were looking for a penalty. They didn't get it.
So a central or a neutral zone face-off. And a clapper that went off the stick of Will Kicker. Thrown ahead, kick save made by Stiles, and he'll cover it up for a whistle.
Wise cover up there. There was a lot of traffic out front, and that puck kept getting loose.
And not a lot of friendly traffic at that.
That's true. That original shot went off Kicker's stick and went wide. That could have been a really dangerous own tip goal there, but a good save in front by Stiles.
Kicker, a senior, a defenseman from Naperville, Illinois, playing in his second to last game in his career at the Frank. A place that might not be the highest quality, but man, does this have character. Always happy to be at the Frank, bringing you some Indiana hockey. Thrown to the center. Hoosiers look to start things off. It's Brandenburg. He's got Chambers to his left, and he'll just have to throw it in for Chambers to chase. Boarded against, kept in by Timmons. Timmons throws it off the boards. Still down low for Slavin, as he'll control around, plays it off the boards, and it finds the stick of McClure, gets clobbered against the boards. 13:50 to go, first period. Great physical play from both of these teams as that one goes high into the rafters and out of play for a whistle.
Well, it took us 6 minutes and 14 seconds for our first roof one.
It might be a new record. Usually, I think last week when you and I called the game on Friday, I think we had one within the first 30 seconds or something.
It was pretty quick. It did not take as long as this one did. We got a goal before we got the ceiling shot.
That's not common around the Frank. All right, we're back underway as the Hoosiers control. A shot from Davis Yeagers goes straight to the chest of Caden Dalton. Dalton having a really solid year. I say really solid, and then you look at his stats, allowing under a goal and a half a game in 8 games. He's 6-1-1. The sophomore from Dayton having a heck of a year.
I don't know what's more than solid, but that is it.
Yeah, there you go. Here's Timmons. He'll bump a man off the puck, couple of stick lifts, and Zielinski throws it off, swatted away by Jack Stiles. Nice hit delivered by Davis Yeagers, but I think they're going to get him towards the box. I guess they'll probably say that's going to be boarding. We'll have a look at what the call is. Probably. It's boarding or interference. So the first power play for Cincinnati upcoming. They're just under 25% on the year on the man advantage. Ryan, what are you looking for off this opening power play draw?
Indiana definitely wants to win this and clear it, but they want to keep this momentum going. They've had almost all the pressure so far in this one, and this would be a good chance to keep it up with a good kill here.
Well, puck finally gets away, and the Hoosiers get it out of their own defensive zone. As it's Jacob Kempa for the Bearcats who will chase and carry it around his own net. He wipes out in the process as Brandenburg has to leave it all the way out for Byram. Byram will take his time. Puck on his stick. A little bit of stick handling, and he glides it softly over to Ray Myers. Myers off the boards, moved ahead for Brandenburg, but it's intercepted by Kempa. Kempa with the man advantage. He shoots blocker, saved by Stiles into the netting, out of play.
So far, Indiana doing exactly what they need to do on this kill to keep the momentum that they have so far in this first period up. They had possession for more of the power play so far, and we're only 37 seconds in, but they've had the puck for a majority of that.
That's right. 1:23 left on the power play as Yeagers is in the box, which is really not a rarity. He's got 42 minutes in the penalty box coming into this game. As the Hoosiers will look to clear, it comes out to the point. As this is Caden Ancona, the alternate captain. Hoosiers will take it the other way. 3-on-2 with Rosenberg. Rosenberg, cross-ice pass, Rock. He's in. He shoots. It goes high. As Kicker's there to pick up the pieces, and he'll throw it across. As skating too quickly was Rock, but Rosenberg with a heck of a lot of speed. He goes down, and this is going to be a penalty on Cincinnati. Tripping called on, it looks like Aiden Bepko, the sophomore defenseman from Lakewood Ranch, Florida. So it's to 4-on-4 for exactly 60 seconds of time, and then it'll be a shortened Hoosier power play.
Yeah, Indiana got exactly what they wanted on that penalty kill. They had possession for the most of the minute that they were on the kill, and now they have 4-on-4 opportunity, and then they'll have a minute of power play opportunity after it.
Well, this has been a big problem all year for Chris Crane's team. They are not disciplined, averaging almost 18 minutes of penalty minutes per game. So Cincinnati, no stranger to the sin bin. As this one gets cleared on 4-on-4, no icing as Myers controls it near side corner. He'll give to Byram, who looks to advance things ahead off of Rosenberg. Backhand flick to Colin Ruffner, who gets by his defenseman. Ruffner in alone. He tries to pass to the center. Rosenberg had a shot, but he couldn't get one cleanly. Looping around, Ruffner still in the zone with a lot of speed towards the center. He couldn't get it to go. Rosenberg was there. He comes in to collect. And it goes back out to the stick of Rosenberg. Whiffs on a pass, but Byram's there to pick it up. Cross-ice pass. Rock's right there. Goes into the boards, and it's intercepted by Ruffner. Puck clears the zone, and Byram off the back skate. Hoosier power play for the next 56 seconds. As this is Davis Yeagers taking it up the middle, or rather up the near side, looking to center, and he'll wipe out in the process. Great stick work by Jeremy. Jeremy to center. Yeagers can't get a shot on it, goes wide. Excellent defense by Cincinnati, and here's DiLorenzo at the right side point. Cross-ice pass, a wobbler. Finds McClure. Back to DiLorenzo, played off his skate to the far side. Yeagers, cross-ice pass, couldn't find the stick of Simino. Shot from the point with a lot of speed from DiLorenzo. Simmons, cross-ice pass, shot, they score! Will Jeremy, his 14th of the year on senior night. It's 2-0 IU.
That was an unbelievable play there. The Indiana just kept the possession. They kept peppering the net. And finally they find Jeremy out front, and he picks his spot and he scores it and doubles the advantage for Indiana. We're not even halfway through the first period here. The Hoosiers are absolutely taking it to the Bearcats right now.
Jeremy's 40th point of the year, an unbelievable mark from the senior from Hinsdale, Illinois. He's had a heck of a career with Indiana, and why not add a goal to it on his night? It's senior night. What a shot. It's 2-0 Indiana. As we're back underway, No shortage of excitement thus far. And here's Burke with a 2-on-2. Look to get it to Rock, but instead has to loop back around as he gets bumped off by Will Grozen. Center and a cover by Caden Dalton.
One thing I'm noticing so far is we've been looking to our left a lot. Indiana has been absolutely dominating the possession, and that is the key to the game so far. Indiana with the possession has been able to make all the plays. They've been keeping the puck in the zone. Cincinnati haven't been able to clear it, and it's led to 2 Indiana goals.
Well, this Indiana team certainly energized in front of a great crowd. Centering pass, they shoot, and it's still loose. Finally able to be cleared. An excellent shot taken by, looked like Jake Rock, still flipped ahead. Urbansik's there, 2-on-1. Fakes a shot, and Jake Rock got bumped off before he could take one in the low slot. Towards the center, kicker throws one on net, and it was way wide. Here's Jake Rock. He loses the zone, almost draws a trip. Instead, it's Strickland, the extra defenseman for Indiana. Here's Burke, he presses. One-touch pass from Sunderhouse. Sunderhouse flips it ahead towards Zielinski, and Cincinnati can't keep it in their zone. Finally batted in by Brad Baxton. And fresh legs for the Bearcats. Moved ahead for Chambers. Chambers gets around, avoids a trip. 2-on-2, 3-on-2. He shoots, it goes wide. Rock right there, near side corner. Chambers comes in to assist. Rock gets poked out, horseshoes it around. Puck goes low again. This is Rock with halfway through this first period, 9:13 to go. Shot on a deflection, puck still loose in the slot. Cleared away by Cincinnati for the time being. Here's Sawyer Zielinski. Rockets it into the defensive zone, and Slavin is controlling. Slavin bats it down. Still a rolling puck, finally gets it to flatten out. Good poke check by Jeremiah Hosak. He'll take it over the blue line. Shoots, one that was deflected. And a scrum in the near side. Looks like some guys are stuck. A stick was stuck. And a whistle, I guess.
Looks like they're both going to go to the box on that one.
Probably. I think it was more just they were trying to get untangled from each other.
Well, there was a little bit of gamesmanship at play. There was a Cincinnati player. I can't quite see his number at the moment. He's leaning over, but
looks like that's Jeremiah Hosak.
That's Hosak. He was on the ground.
It was Marich.
He had Marich's stick underneath him. Marich couldn't get his stick free, and he tried to pull it out, and it led to pushing and shoving. The ref sees it and says, you know what, you're both going to the box. I don't care who started it.
That's often how it goes, and we'll have some extra ice space for the time being, at least for the next 2 minutes, as offsetting roughing minors will give us a neutral zone faceoff. As Gliding going to take it is Rosenberg, and he'll win the draw. McClure back skating with Winrod pressing. Take it away. 3-on-2. Cincinnati moving ahead. Shot went wide. That one taken by Will Grozen. Backhand pass towards Grozen. Flipped ahead, and Cedric Cowens will go and chase. McClure gets there first. Good hit by Cowens on McClure. They'll still get themselves entangled for it in the near side corner. That's finally going to ground, and
we might get a roughing call there.
We will. That's going to be Jordan Winrod going to the penalty box, and whoa, this is getting chippy. Wow. These two teams do not like each other, and we got a fist fight on our hands, fellas. Only in the first period, but man, these two teams are amped up. As I can't even tell.
Those are probably going to end up being a minor for both teams.
You'd think so, but I don't even know if the penalty box has enough space for all these guys.
We're about to find out if this game keeps going the way it is. We're not even done with the first period
yet. It's going to be a heck of a tight squeeze, and certainly off to the left, our scoreboard will not have enough space to mark down whatever the heck just happened.
What we can notice on the scoreboard is 8 shots for Indiana and only 1 for Cincinnati. The frustration for Cincinnati might be sitting in already. We're only in the first period. Nowhere near done, obviously. Lots of hockey left to play.
So I look over. I see Cedric Cowens in the penalty box for Cincinnati. Can't really get a gauge on who's in there for the Hoosiers. As a Hoosier is sitting down. I don't know exactly who it is, but.
So on the board over to our left,
looks like
we're getting the
Myers,
penalties.
Myers, Will Grozen is also in the box. So I think there's 3 guys in the penalty box for Cincinnati. It looks like maybe 2 for Indiana.
Definitely, it looks like
Grozen and
Winrod.
Cowens. And Winrod. So Grozen, Cowens, and Winrod, I think, are all in the box. Maybe.
It's a party in the penalty box.
It's something, man. Tough to see from over here.
It all started, there were a lot of hits in the far corner. I'm not sure if we were able to see it. On the near right corner, puck was in the corner. Lots of hits on the Indiana player that was in the corner over there.
I think it was McClure over there. But it looked to me like it was another one of those situations where you just got stuck on the ice like we just saw a couple of minutes ago.
It was similar to that. This hit, though, a little bit different. After they came out of the corner, McClure got hit to the ground from the back.
The other thing,
the Hoosiers took exception to that.
Well, there was another thing. There was a Cincinnati player who stuck his stick out as he was trying to intentionally trip a Hoosier who was skating over to the penalty box. So I think that was also something a Cincinnati player was antagonizing, I guess, one of IU's guys. But this is going to take a while to sort out.
It's a big mess, and we might only know how many players we have on the ice for when they come out on the ice, because our board only has 2 spots for penalties, but I believe we got more than that.
I think we do. Hey, little update. The Hoosiers in basketball lead by 4 at halftime. It's 41-37 in Mackey Arena. But we all know that you guys are watching this because it's more exciting.
I have another update. We're 1 minute into the second half. Purdue has the 42-41 lead.
Okay, so that's me just spreading misinformation. That was,
at halftime, that was the score.
It was, yeah, 19 minutes ago. I didn't see that. My bad. The things you talk about when there's no hockey to play.
There's hockey fights to sort out. We got as close to a fight as we could.
Well, I tell you, in the second game against Ohio State 2 weekends ago, DiLorenzo got an early shower. He got into an actual fight in the third period.
We were about as close.
Clean for today.
About as close as you could get without actually getting into the fight is what we had just there.
We may have, and remember, in ACHA hockey, a fight is an automatic disqualification.
We could end up with one of those because
we just might.
That was chippy,
to say the least.
And
still discussions. Looks like the referees are talking to Chris Crane over on the Cincinnati bench. Chris Crane, the head coach of the Bearcats.
It looks a little lonely in the net for the goalies. They haven't gone over to their benches. Just standing, waiting for the play to restart.
You think they get lonely back there? Sometimes.
I think that Styles is lonely today back there.
Styles has had a pretty boring day. He's only faced 1 shot.
And he saved it. We'll give him credit.
Yeah, well, he's not been tested nearly as much as Caden Dalton has on the other side of things.
Dalton's had some tough looks in front of him, the puck coming out free where it was 1 on goalie. And it was pretty much the perfect shot on both. It looks like we're looking.
So do I see this, Greg? The only guy I see sitting down, it looks like Ray Myers, and it looks like someone's blocking the other Hoosier in there.
As we talk to the scoreboard.
I wish we had the referees mic'd up like they do in the show. That would be nice.
I see 3 players from each team on the ice, which I'm not surprised about with the penalties that we're having.
We haven't seen 3-on-3 yet this year.
I think we're about to.
I think we might. This ought to be fun. I just got to remember it's not NHL overtime. It's not golden goal.
But it looks like we're going to go 3-on-3.
All right, let's do it. This should be fun. I don't even think we have a graphic for that.
We don't.
Okay. Well, to show you how rare that is, let's have some 3-on-3 fun. Top line out there right now, it's DiLorenzo, Jeremy, and it looks like Isaiah Byram. For the Bearcats, Matthew Ballman, Brad Baxton, and Aiden Bepko.
I do want to know, I don't believe I saw any players head to the locker room. I don't think anyone's going to get in it. Yeah.
Just a lot of roughing penalties.
Yes. And we're going to get going again.
Let's play hockey again. Let's do it. All right, 8 minutes left to go as Byram's able to clear this off the draw. 3-on-3 for the next minute and 15 seconds before the first offsetting roughing penalties expire. So taking it up with a lot of ice space as Jeremy dumps it off to DiLorenzo. He'll gain the zone, leaves it for Byram. Byram left side point, gains some space, goes down south, and will turn around. Pushed into the boards by Bepko. And still a lot of physicality as Baxton will take this away. Baxton advances it towards Bauman. Bauman loops back around and takes his time as the Bearcats will get a fresh set of legs on the ice. Here's Bauman with a man up ahead and receiving a good pass is Kempa one-on-one. Toe drag shot that went off the stick blade of Isaiah Byram and into the netting out of play.
Good defensive play there from Indiana. When you have the 3-on-3, there's so much ice space. You got to cover your man. Doing good so far from both teams.
Well, the other thing about 3-on-3 is that counterattacks are even more dangerous.
Possession is the most important thing right now.
Great draw win from Will Jeremy, the senior, as he dumps it off to Myers. So Myers, I guess, not in the penalty box. Must have been somebody else. So hard to see from where we are. Jeremy skates ahead and gains his own 1-on-2. Looking to put something on, and he'll lose the puck behind the cage. 12 seconds left on the 3-on-3 as this is Sawyer Zielinski. A little bit confusion, and they wipe out. Breakaway, Jeremy in alone. Looks towards, he shoots, it went wide. A great save. DiLorenzo, cross-ice pass, another shot. And it's loose. Cincinnati takes it away. We're back to 4-on-4 for the next 30 seconds. DiLorenzo still there. Around the net, Jeremy tried to flip it to Rosenberg. Cincinnati's going to go to the other way. The only man left is Paul McClure. Zielinski, toe drag, can't get one on net. Still loose and cleared away by Indiana. Excellent defense. Finally a breather. Baxton takes it ahead, fakes a shot on net and turns back around. With 10 seconds left on two offsetting roughing penalties. Rosenberg steps in to help at the half wall, takes it away, loses it in the process. Ruffner picks up the pieces. Back to 5-on-5 towards Rosenberg. He can't get a shot on cage. Flipped out to Slavin, who's already scored once today. Given to the right side point, McClure. Loops around, look to flip it away. A hit, and McClure is a little bit slow to get back up, but he looks to be fine. We're back to 5-on-5 as McClure hopefully okay. He took a bump to the jaw, and he'll head to the bench for a breather. Here's Chambers, 50 seconds left on what looks like an Indiana penalty, or rather an Indiana power play. So 40 seconds as it's Cedric Cowens who's in the box. Moved ahead for Chambers, can't find it on his back skate blade. Nysen gets called off and straight into the netting. Thank goodness for netting. Gotta love it. And a souvenir for a fan.
So after all that, Indiana ending up with about a minute of power play, and we're about halfway through that, 27 seconds left on an Indiana power play. And then we'll be back to 5-on-5.
Well, for who knows how long. It feels like the majority of this game has been spent on special teams.
It's been a lot of special teams, and it has caused the period to go slower than we may have expected.
Well, back underway. Offensive zone draw. Semino looking to make something happen. As Davis Yagers is there, flips it to the point for Isaiah Byram. Thrown to Jeremy, one-touch pass, cross ice for DiLorenzo. Byram again, keeps it in the zone at the blue line. Cross ice for Jeremy, can't bat it down cleanly. Loose in the center, a diving pass towards Semino. Byram keeps it in the zone. Batted down by Jeremy, and finally cleared as Stiles can't come out to play that. Back to full strength with 4.5 minutes to play in this first period. A centering pass that was blocked by Byram. Attempted by Connor Gleason, the left winger. And Gleason still there. It goes out, and DiLorenzo gets pushed into the boards. Yagers through his leg, a fancy pass. And cross ice, intercepted looking for DiLorenzo, and it's Baxton will take it the other way. Throws one way wide towards the left. 4 minutes to go, first period. A little bit of traffic, flip pass ahead, and covered by Stiles for a whistle. Dylan Marks was there, but it didn't take a friendly bounce for a Bearcat.
Cincinnati has had a good response so far after going down 2-0, especially with all the chaos that we had with those penalties. Indiana will look to get to the break with at least their 2-goal advantage with 4 minutes remaining in this first period.
Here's Max Williams. Shot that got blocked in front. Hoosiers a very good shot blocking team, as Stiles has only faced 2 shots. 3:50 to go. They gain the zone. Stick save, but a rebound. Rock tried to get one on cage. Couldn't do it from the near side. Baxton takes it over the blue line. Dump off pass. Drag. Zielinski cuts ahead. Shot. Rebound. Hoosiers can't get it away for the time being. And a penalty upcoming. The Hoosiers are going to be down a man for the next 2 minutes. As stepping in to take this penalty, it looks like Looks like it's Ryko Maric who's going to go to the box for 2 minutes. He's very confused, but I think a hold of some.
Holding of the stick, maybe, but we're gifted with some more special teams time in this one. We'll see if the Cincinnati power play could put one on the board and cut the lead in half for the Hoosiers.
Usually I'm able to remember, okay, this team's 0 for 1. I have no idea. We haven't had a goal on special teams.
That is true.
But I just don't know how many special teams opportunities there has been at this point.
Both teams have had what I believe is at least 2.
At least, I would think so. And it's still the first period. All right, so Maric will take his time in the sin bin as Cincinnati Jeremiah Hosak glides in to take a draw. Well, for the time being, as kicker and Winrod are having some words on the right side hashes. All right, we're finally ready to play hockey as a draw gets poked away. Chambers rushes towards. And taking it over the zone is Caden Ancona. Flip pass ahead, and it gets cleared away. Hoosiers penalty kill, off to a strong start this time. Big hit in the boards as kicker's able to get it towards some clean ice. Baxton pressed by Byram, and Byram takes it away. Swept away by kicker. Kicker clangs into the boards and gets back up. Around the cage, Hoosiers control his will kicker. A bouncer that gets flipped all the way ahead, and Chambers calls off icing. Minute left in on this power play. It's going down to the ice is Brandenburg. No orange armbands up. Gaining the zone is Cincinnati. Looking towards the net is Sunderhaus. Rather, this is Sunderhaus at the right point. Bats one down and gives it to Bauman. Bauman, near side corner, gets a hit from McClure and weathers it. Taking his time with 45 seconds to go. Back to Bauman. Cross ice pass for Sunderhaus. He puts one on. Deflection in front. Puck loose. Great kick save by Stiles. Still loose in the front in the slot. Toe drag going down to the ice, or a couple of bodies with 30 seconds left on the man advantage. Cleared by Indiana, and fresh legs for the Hoosiers. Nine to 3 in shots in favor of the Hoosiers. It's 2-0. Turnover at the blue line. Rosenberg isn't there to pick up the pieces. Rock's there instead. Gets through a hit and loses the puck. He'll go to chase in the process. As this is Kempa. Takes it over the center line. A bouncer that falls to Zielinski. Zielinski loses his stick. Wanted a slash. He won't get one. Pass in front. Puck's loose in the crease. Still loose. There's a stick down there as well. Kicker delivers a good hit. This is complete bedlam, and kicker's going to go to the box for a cross check. Delayed penalty upcoming. Cincinnati still got it. Baxton flips one on net, and finally a whistle as kicker's going to the box for 2 minutes.
After that impressive penalty kill from the Hoosiers, they immediately take another penalty and will go to the kill again. You love being aggressive if you're Indiana. It's been working for you so far in the first period, but these are self-inflicted wounds that did not need to happen, and now they'll need to kill at least 1 minute and 9 seconds in the first period, and then they'll get 51 seconds at the start of the second.
Good math. Good mental math.
You watch enough hockey, and math with 2 minutes is really, really prevalent in your brain.
Yeah, that's true.
Same with multiplying by 7 and watching football.
There you go. All right, another penalty kill and another power play for Cincinnati. They've been unsuccessful thus far. As a whistle, looks like, I think offsides? I don't really know.
Yeah, Brandenburg went down just before the blue line. Indiana was looking for a clear, and it hit Brandenburg while he was getting up. He had no idea the puck was coming. Unlucky offside. It'll still be a neutral zone face-off, though.
So 56 seconds left to go in the first period. With a 2-0 lead for Indiana. They scored 2 real early in this one. As it was Slavin who opened it up, and Jeremy put the Hoosiers up 2. Thrown in the zone by Kempa, and immediately swept away. Attempt at least by Byram. Brandenburg jockeying for it. Cross-point pass, now a shot that got blocked into the rafters with 34 seconds to go, first period.
So Indiana has looked very impressive on the kills so far in all of their penalty kills. But they've had a lot more than we usually see them have.
Yeah, they're usually a pretty disciplined team, only about 13 minutes of penalty time a game. But today will certainly raise that average.
That might be what we had in the first period.
That's pretty close. All right, here's Byron with some speed. He'll stop up and take his time. 20 seconds left in the period and thrown out of play.
Last chance here for Cincinnati to put something on the board before the end of the period. That would be huge for the momentum. Got to win this face-off, though, if they want to get the pressure and maybe get a good look here with 20 seconds left.
Well, you're in you're in the opposition zone. And as a face-off, they can't win the draw as Timmons comes out to play it. Timmons falls down to the ice and has some words with Bepko as this clears the zone. 10 seconds left first period. Cincinnati just looking to throw one on, and it's Hosak who chucks it in, or rather that's Cowens who chucks it into the zone, as that will bring us to the end of the first period. Hoosiers 2, Bearcats nothing. Pretty successful first period. A lot of shots for the Hoosiers. Cincinnati kind of up the pace towards the end of the first period, but Indiana in control where it matters.
Indiana pretty much dominated that period as we got a little bit of a
special teams,
a little bit of talking.
Fiesta. Yeah.
A little bit of talking going on at the end of the period here. These teams obviously not happy with each other right now.
Well,
we'll see how Cincinnati comes out in the second period. They will still have 52 seconds of penalty time to try to put one on the board. But physical is the way that I would describe this game so far.
Physical, chippy, high stakes. That's what you get in the Tri-State Collegiate Hockey League. Nothing much better. All right, stay tuned for Olivia Pierce's intermission report in just a couple of minutes. 2-0 Indiana at the end of one. We'll be back in just a little while for 44 minutes of Friday Night Hockey here on the Indiana Hockey Broadcast Network.
What a crazy first period, am I right? Now, the physicality on the ice is unbelievable. There's no denying that the Hoosiers and the Bearcats are both doing very well, but the Bearcats are kind of giving themselves a bear trap, and they're falling into their own games. Now, they know how to hit hard, and they know how to hit, but they don't know how to escape the penalties. And honestly, that's what we saw when we went into the 3-on-3 there, and that was like not the scene we were looking for. There's honestly been more bodies on the ice in this game than I've ever seen in total for the Hoosiers. But hey, props to Luke Slavin on that first goal, really setting the tone and the intention for the Hoosiers. It's been great to see them do so well. And then Will Jarami scoring that second goal. And this is great because the Hoosiers can live up to the physicality of the Bearcats, but they can also play really good hockey. And again, like I said last week, they're playing with playoff habits. And these playoff habits are going to take them really far into playoffs. And if we win these 2 games, it's going to be great for them. I'll see you in a little bit.
All right, here we go. Start of the second period in Bloomington at Frank Southern Ice Arena. Andrew Hillsman, Ryan LaPedis to take you the rest of the way these last 40 minutes. An interesting first period, to say the least.
Interesting is one way to put it. There's a lot of other ways to put it, too, that we won't have time to go through all the different ways we could describe that first period. Chippy, physical.
Angry, some would say.
And a 2-0 lead for the Hoosiers.
That's right. First goal was scored by Luke Slavin, and then Will Jeremy followed it up not long after. We'll open up the second period with a 52-second man advantage for the Bearcats, who have not connected on any of their power plays thus far today, nor have the Hoosiers, and there's been plenty for both sides. All right, we're underway. Second period of action at the Frank. Cincinnati controls the opening draw on a fresh sheet of ice. And it plays south to north. That's controlled by Sawyer Zelensky, who will start things off. He'll throw it in. Left for Bauman. And instead, moving the other way is Myers. Skating after it is Chambers. And Bauman on the half wall. Pushes Myers to the ice. Cross ice pass, a floater for Zelensky. Left circle, he shoots. Rebound, but a save from Stiles. Here's Kempa, throws one on, misses the glove of Stiles. Rebound, but nobody was there. And we are back to full strength, 5-on-5. 19 minutes to play, second period. As a centering pass, nobody was there for Cincinnati, as Zelensky barely able to keep this one in. There's Alex Church. Throws to the top. That's Bauman. Bauman back to Church below the cage. In alone. Zelensky shoots. He went wide. He was right in Main Street in the low slot and couldn't put it home. Icing called on Indiana on the other side.
Yeah, Zelensky is going to want that one back. He went for power over accuracy on that one, and he pulled it left. He had a good chance out front.
Yeah, he definitely put a lot on that one.
So Indiana kills off the rest of that penalty.
So yeah, back to 5-on-5. All right, draw one by the Hoosiers in their own defensive zone. As Jaegers plays one off the boards, Jaegers will rush for it. There also is Brandenburg and Chambers. Chambers will chase it in deep and shove Bepko into the boards. Thrown on, kick save made by Dalton on a quick shot from Timmons. Jaegers with DiLorenzo, he'll sweep it away. DiLorenzo cross ice pass for Jeremy, in alone in the slot. Low still for Jaegers to Jeremy, shoots, what a save by Dalton. The rebound couldn't go either for Jeremy. DiLorenzo still controls, high slot, gives to Timmons. Down south for Jaegers, and Cincinnati's able to remove it from danger for the time being. Baxton gets by, 2-on-2, good defense by Indiana, as Jaegers moves it ahead. Loose puck in the center. And a good hit delivered on Bepko. Thrown in by Cincinnati, a little horseshoe around from south to north. DiLorenzo takes a check from Gleason. And a lot of hacking and whacking on the far side half wall, as Indiana is able to play this off the boards. Not messed ahead. Here's Jeremy, he shoots! Good stop by Dalton. Timmons at center ice. A roller that went off the tip of McClure. And into the rafters, out of play, off of the blade of Will Jeremy.
About the same time into the second period as the first one we got into the first period.
Yep. But no goals this time.
Yeah, no goals so far. That one looked like it was maybe going to be able to clear it, but we'll get a face-off at center ice.
Well, it's Rosenberg to take the draw for Indiana. Tie up, and the Hoosiers will take it. Here's Marich. Marich skates along and throws it in. It was intercepted and played off the glass. Kicker leaves it for Rosenberg. And Rosenberg skates ahead. A roller goes to this blade of Simoneau. Through the legs, pass for Simoneau. He's still there. Has some space. Looking for Ruffner. Ruffner loops around. Cross ice pass. Rosenberg was there at the front step, and he was denied by Dalton. On a cross crease pass. Up and alone. Hoosiers looking to clear. They'll do so. Backhanded by Ruffner and left for Cincinnati. That's Max Williams. Williams a pass, a shot. Cincinnati will draw a cover from Stiles, who has been perfect thus far.
Couple of really solid saves there from Caden Dalton, the net for the Cincinnati Bearcats. He is keeping them in this one. Only a 2-goal advantage still for the Hoosiers, even though they've had a lot more pressure. The shots becoming more even now, though. The Hoosiers with 9 and the Bearcats with 7 now.
Top line centerman Nathan Sunderhouse, the captain of this team, glides in to take the draw against Adam Urbanczyk. And Urbanczyk will win it. Myers plays it off the glass, but it's gloved down at the right point by Baxton and instead shoots away. Thrown in off the body of Byram, controlled middle by Church. Church gives to Bauman. Sunderhouse is in the middle looking for a centering pass, won't find one. Pushes Urbanczyk into the boards along with Byers. And Baxton throws one on net, rebound, and a whistle as Stiles covers it up. A really nice rebound opportunity from Sunderhouse, but he couldn't slot it home.
So on both ends of the ice, great rebounds saved by the goalies. We had that one on our left from Stiles and on the other end from Dalton. So both goalies with solid performances so far. We're 4 minutes in to the second period.
This will be a face-off between Royce and it looks like Chambers, or rather Urbanczyk. Urbanczyk wins that one. Played in the middle. Falls out to the skate of Gleason. Rather, that's Royce. Up in the middle, here's Burke. Takes a check at the right side point and back skates. Thrown ahead for Cedric Cowens. Left for Baxton. Middle slot shot that was deflected and went wide right. A lot of physicality near side. Moving ahead, Byram. Able to keep it on his stick blade. Moves ahead for Rock. Rock looks towards the net. He shoots, gloved. But it instead goes away to the near side corner. Great hit given by Ryan Burke. Rock looking towards the center. Loops back around. Urbanczyk. Dump off for Jake Rock. Centered pass, but nobody was there. Byram was the closest man. It goes into the ceiling, and Baxton's there. Good stick lift by McClure to control it in his own zone. Quarter of the way through this second period. 15 minutes to play. Here's Ryan Burke, the lefty, flips it ahead and receives it. Trying to get it towards the center. And the puck will clear away. Thrown low for Bepko. Bepko controls it in his own trapezoid and moved ahead with some space. Not a lot of speed, though, with Connor Gleason. Gleason sends it in. As Luke Strickland advances to Rock. Rock trying to chase for it. Some good skating by Strickland as he slams his man into the boards. That's looked like Ancona who took the hit. Shot that got deflected. Still loose. Burke's there. Rather, that's Slavin. Slavin gets his stick out of the way to avoid a trip. And the puck falls for nobody. Centered it ahead, off the body of Jacob Kempa. And the Hoosiers corral. That's Timmons. Brandenburg crosses the blue line, backhanded by Slavin, who gains the zone. Off the boards, Chambers will rush there, but it's Ancona who gets there first. Off the glass, takes a weird bounce. Cincinnati controls near side. This is Timmons. Almost gets his pocket pick, and it does. Max Williams with a lot of speed. Left in the middle for Slavin. Rather, that's Chambers. Slavin behind him. Towards the center, he shoots. Blocked by Dylan Marks. Cincinnati tried to backhand it down. Offsides as Jeremy touched it before it cleared the zone.
Pretty long run of play there without a stoppage. One of the longer ones we've had so far in this one with how physical it has been. Cincinnati is looking to get on the board, but they haven't been able to get one of those great chances. Haven't been able to beat Stiles yet. It's still 2-0 Hoosiers.
All right, center zone draw for the time being. Reiko Maric tried to do something with it. Good hit by Jaegers. He stops up with Jeremy near him and goes out of play.
Yeah, nice hit there by Jaegers. He was able to get possession of the puck. It'll be another offensive zone face-off for the Hoosiers trying to stretch their advantage.
Jeremy glides in to take it against Sunderhouse, so the two top-line center. What a hit by Davis Jaegers. Oh, my goodness, laying the boom. but moving the other way. 3-on-2, shot, blocker save, Styles, rebound, corralled by Jaegers, off the glass. He'll hustle for it. Instead, it's Perez who gets there first. Excellent physicality from Davis Jaegers all night long. 12:44 to go, second period, and icing called on Cincinnati.
Yeah, Jaegers is laying the boom right now. He gets 5 big booms.
Okay. I wasn't going to say it. One of us was going to say it, but I wasn't going to do it. All right.
You queued me up.
I did, yeah. I guess I'll take the blame on that one. All right, here we go. Top line out for the Hoosiers as it's Sunderhouse and Jeremy will glide in to take the draw near side. Won by Sunderhouse. Cincinnati controls and somehow avoids all the metal up there. Moved ahead for Bauman. Bauman with a shot blocked by DiLorenzo, high up into the ceiling, out of play.
Just as you said it, we get a ceiling shot. That one, I'm not sure how it threaded the needle.
Yeah, I mean, it just went through the truss up top.
Well, we'll get one that'll result in a offensive zone face-off for the Bearcats. Still trying to put one into the net in this one. We're nearing halfway through the second period.
Getting close. 12:28 to go, second period. Wins the draw, and it comes out to Bepko. He'll throw it low as it's cleared away. A lot of speed, Rosenberg. He'll loop away. Byram's there, flips it in towards the cage. And the Bearcats play it around. Backhand shot from Cowens. Or rather, a flip pass. Left at a toe drag by Zach Royce. Taken the other way by Rosenberg. And Byram's there to one-hand backhanded. He'll dump it off for kicker. Off the boards to Rosenberg. And barely offsides as it cleared the zone and went back in.
Yeah, the timing was just not exact there. It was going to be close for that entry. Indiana can't get the zone entry. It'll go to a neutral zone face-off. A lot more back and forth play here. We've been having to go left and right. We had a lot of looking to our left in that first period. Both teams putting in some good fight after a very chippy first period.
Yeah, the Hoosiers really have only tallied one shot on goal. Cincinnati's been winning this period thus far, but hasn't shown in the score sheet. Whistle, and Brandenburg went down to the ice, but he won't draw a trip. Rather, yes, he will. It wasn't the ref in the corner who called it. It was the ref in the center ice who called it, but nevertheless, regardless of who raises the armband, it's Jacob Kempa going to the box. 2 minutes for tripping.
Another special teams opportunity here for the Hoosiers. Again, neither team has put one in the net on the power play. We'll see if Indiana can do it and stretch their lead 3-0. They'll have 2 minutes here. We have 11:33 remaining in the second period.
All right, 11:33. 2 minutes on the power play for Indiana. Draw one. Here's DiLorenzo. Hoosiers looking to strike. Cross-ice pass, and it's off the mark, off the stick of Jeremy. Here's DiLorenzo. We'll play it for Byram, who almost loses it. He gets pressed by Perez. Thrown ahead for Simino. Top power play unit on the ice. Gaining the zone. DiLorenzo faces up. Centering pass for Davis Jaegers. It didn't find his blade. DiLorenzo cross ice to Byram. Takes his time. Throws low for Jaegers. That's Simino. Simino cross ice pass for Jeremy. Wouldn't find his stick. Played around. Jeremy to Simino again. Simino loses it off his blade. Gets it back to Jeremy, and they'll play ping pong. Here is Jeremy. Looks to throw one on net. It went wide. 1:07 to go on the power play. Thrown for DiLorenzo. Out to the point. Byram. Jeremy. Thrown cross by Simino. This is Jeremy again. Looks towards the net. Cross ice pass. Simino. He shoots. It went high. Kept in by D'Lo. D'Lo throws it up. Whistle upcoming. A delayed penalty. Looks like DiLorenzo is going to go to the box. 2 minutes for holding. And he's not happy about it.
It's a tough call there.
I think it'll be DiLorenzo. Yeah. No, it's Davis Jaegers. I guess maybe DiLorenzo was just confused. He looked at the ref in disbelief. So we'll get 4-on-4 hockey.
None of the special teams plays in this game have been conventional whatsoever.
They haven't, no. And there's been plenty. just about halfway through this one. 10 minutes, 20 seconds to play second period, 2-0 the lead for Indiana. So it'll be 4-on-4 for the next 47 seconds of action. And then a Cincinnati power play, of which the amount I've lost count. All right, 4-on-4 McClure. Zielinski's there, challenged by Ruffner. Ruffner left for Myers as his pass was deflected, looked to advance it up the ice. 24 seconds left on the 4-on-4. This is Rosenberg taking his time. He'll leave it off for McClure. Paul McClure with some speed, crosses over, advances it in. Plays off the boards. Cincinnati will try and move the other way. Zielinski. Half wall, loses it to Rosenberg. Centered towards Ruffner, and Zielinski will get it right back. All right, minute and 8 on the man advantage for Cincinnati now. At the point, it's Baxton, given to Bauman. Cross, shot, went wide. That's taken by Kempa. Kempa looks towards net again, another save, and around. Look to the point. This is Bepko. Bepko, left for Sunderhouse, great block, and a clear by McClure. Hoosiers get fresh legs. 35 seconds to play on the power play for Cincinnati. Chambers rushes in to take it. He won't be able to get there first. This is Alex Church. Church gets by Chambers, moves ahead. Takes a shot, kick save by Stiles. 20 seconds left on the man advantage. And it's moved ahead. Rosenberg, Main Street, gets around, shot. It didn't go. What a stop by Dalton.
I thought that one was going to trickle in behind him, but he turned around and was able to cover it. A great shorthanded chance for the Hoosiers doesn't go. Only 2 seconds left on the penalty now.
Yeah, 2 seconds left on the man advantage. I think they might have gotten the guy wrong as Kempa's up on the board, but Kempa's on the ice. So I guess since it's just 2 seconds, they'll serve the last 2 seconds of it, I guess. Maybe not.
Unclear what's...
Yeah, me too.
Well, the Hoosiers still have 2 seconds to kill off.
Well, they'll wait and... Yeah, this is something.
I'm not sure what the discussions were about. It's just Indiana on the kill.
Right, for the next, 2 seconds.
And that will be back to full strength very shortly.
That's right. All right, back to full strength and icing. I don't know what the confusion was about because it wasn't even a Cincinnati guy who was in the box.
Beats me, but we're back to full strength. Yep. And then after the icing call, Indiana will look to get the offensive pressure going again with 8:14 remaining in the second period. It's become a tighter one since the 2 quick goals for Indiana. It's been pretty even since then as we get started again.
Cincinnati will move it ahead. Kempa kicked away. Brandenburg will throw it to Slavin as it exits the friendly area for the Hoosiers. Kicker flicks one ahead for Brandenburg, but it was intercepted before it could get to his stick. Moving the other way, this is Kempa. Kempa fires, rebound. Stiles didn't know he didn't have it, but a good stop nonetheless. As kicker gets clobbered, puck loose in the middle. Hoosiers able to clear it for the time being. Shot on, it went wide left. That was taken by Ancona. Played low for Williams, or rather by Williams. Weird bounce off the boards and Slavin corrals. Straight to Brandenburg through the legs of Chambers. Brandenburg loses it. We'll get it right back, and a vicious hit delivered from Cedric Cowens. Out of play, whistle.
There was a lot of traffic out in front of Stiles on that last chance. Cincinnati just begging to put one into the net and cut into this Indiana advantage, but still 2-0. We got 7:16 remaining in the second period. It'll be an offensive zone face-off for Indiana. Shots are much more even now. 10 shots for Indiana, 9 for Cincinnati, so nearly to even on the shots as the Hoosiers get the face-off.
They'll win it. This is Burke. Gets bumped off. Still stays on his feet. And a scrum for it on the near side. Dislodged off the glove of Jeremy. And Myers does a good job to play it away. 7 minutes to go in the second period. Urbancic challenging for it. Tried to center it. Here's Marich. And Myers is able to cut off Zelensky. He would have had a breakaway. Glove down by Burke. Burke takes a tumble. Stays on his blades. Urbancic to Myers.
Penalty coming. Delayed penalty.
That's right. I guess they'll call a trip and a whistle. And another penalty. How about it? I guess that they will end up calling the trip.
Yeah, it's going to be that trip earlier. Wasn't sure if they were going to call it. It looked a little 50-50 call there. But the Hoosiers will go back to the power play for the
umpteenth time.
27th time.
Yeah. Looks like it's Spencer Dillard who'll go to the box, and he slams the door shut. Not happy. Called for tripping. So 6.5 to go as it'll be another Hoosier power play on the way. Draw won by Cincinnati. As here's Brendan Booth. The extra forward, and McClure couldn't keep it over the blue line. Took it over and back.
It was close. He had to double clutch it to try to keep it in, and it just out past the blue line. The faceoff will be right about where he lost the puck.
Played off by Colin Ruffner. And skating ahead is McClure. Dump off pass for Ruffner. Looks to keep it in. He'll do so. And finally cleared away by Cincinnati. Obviously no icing on the power play, or on the penalty kill, I should say. And a very good penalty kill unit at that. Again, 90% coming into this game. And they haven't allowed a power play goal up until this point. Chambers looking to change that. Dumps off for Ruffner. Cross ice pass. They shoot. What a kick save. Made by Dalton. What a stop. All right, advancing ahead. Hoosiers look to start it off with a minute left to go. Rosenberg gets by, advances left side circle, looks to center. It'll loop all the way around. Fakes a dump off to Slavin. Still puck on his stick, thrown in. Rebound. Oh, Chambers couldn't put it home. But he'll recollect himself, stop up, move to his right. Dump off Ruffner. Cross ice pass to point to point. Thrown on by McClure. Deflection in front. Dalton lays out for it and finally gets a whistle. Wow.
Dalton has been all over the crease, especially on this penalty kill. But he has had a more than impressive second period to keep the Bearcats in this one. They have 34 seconds left to kill on this penalty. Still a 2-0 advantage for the Hoosiers after those early goals.
Anyone wondering about the best basketball rivalry in the Midwest? Purdue down, or up by one rather, 75-74 with a minute to go in Mackey Arena. Here's DiLorenzo off the draw. Has to backhand, keeps it in, gets by Williams. Thrown low for Simino. Cross ice, Byram. Fakes a clapper. And taken off the stick of Jeremy, moving ahead. A shot went high. That one taken by Jacob Kempa. Great hit near side, but they're going to call a penalty on Isaiah Byram. It looked like a clean hit to me, but I guess maybe they'll call it for, let's see what the whistle is. 2 minutes.
Yeah, that's...
Who are they calling this on? Is this going on Jeremy for interference? Or is this going on Yeagers? Looks like it's going on Yeagers. He's not happy about it. This has been his, I want to say, second or third trip to the box today.
That's a tough one, I have to say. If it's for the hit in front of us.
Yeah. It looked clean to me, but
looked clean. The puck was there. It wasn't late.
Must have been something else that we didn't look at.
We can be wrong sometimes.
We can. That's true.
So 4-on-4 for 3 seconds.
Indiana takes the lead with 25 seconds to play.
Oh my goodness.
I've got the score app open on one.
Oh my goodness.
A lead taking 2 by Trey Galloway. You remember Kevin Harlan? I'm calling both games.
Oh my God.
On the ice, Indiana leads 2-1 or 2-0. I can't even call any game, right? Moving ahead, here's Bauman. He'll stop up on the power play. Thrown on, deflection. Puck loose in the butterfly is Styles. He lays out for it, and the Hoosiers able to clear. Out to the point. Ancona, Clapper. That didn't come off the stick of Bepko right. Great shot blocked by Byram. Plays off the top of the boards and back in play. Tripping penalty upcoming. Another 2-minute minor on its way. Here's Chambers with the delayed penalty. Styles off the ice. Byram was there, couldn't find a shot on net. It's flipped out to the right point for Brandenburg, who loses the zone. Myers will take his time. Flips to Rosenberg. 3.5 to play. Dump off for Myers. Extra attacker out on the ice right now for Indiana. Well, really, it's just even strength. Here's Brandenburg, near side, flipped around the boards. Byram takes it, and he'll exit the zone. Take his time. Gives to Myers, who has some trouble with it and eventually bats it down. 35 seconds left on Jaegers' infraction. So the Hoosiers trying to draw this one out as long as possible so they can get a full 2-minute power play. Net still empty for Indiana. Under 3 to play in the second period. Again, Hoosiers just taking their time with 15 seconds left on their own penalty kill. Referee's arm has to be a little bit tired at this point, as finally that's whistled. 2 minutes for tripping, as it looks to me that Jordan Winrod will go to the penalty box. So it'll end up being 1 minute and 52 seconds.
Purdue has taken the lead with 12 seconds remaining.
Oh, what a
77 to 76.
A block, though. Looks like Miles Rice had a block. Or rather, who even knows? 3 seconds left. I think Indiana might have one possession. Who knows?
It may not be looking too good.
All right, dump off pass for DiLorenzo. Hoosiers back on the man advantage. McClure. He leaves it for Simino. Flicks it back to Jeremy. Looking towards, puts a shot on. This puck's still loose. Second attempt. They score! A power play goal. Indiana leads. It's 3-0.
Indiana finally gets the goal to stretch their lead that they've been looking for all period.
Looks like it's Aiden Simino who nets his 4th of the season. And it's 3-0 IU.
So 2:23 remaining here in Indiana stretches the lead to 3-0. They'll look to take this lead into the intermission. Cincinnati will look to get something on the board here late.
All right, with 2 minutes and 18 seconds to go, here's Kicker. Juggles it and plays it around the boards. Took a weird bounce, so it's towards the center. Jeremy centers and crosses it, and DiLorenzo leaves it away. D'Lo, puck on his stick, and takes a break, leaves it for Timmons. Icing gets called off as Kempa rifles it ahead. Flipped in, glove down by Jacob Kempa, who takes a big hit and stays on his feet. Hoosiers looking to move ahead. Jaegers takes a shot. Good save and a whistle as it went out of play off the glove of Caden Dalton. But Jaegers always a threat to score from that close range.
Absolutely, a good look there. Indiana trying to add more before the end of the period, 1:33 remaining.
Looks like it'll be Hoosier basketball with a little bit left as Lawyer makes his 2 free throws. Purdue up by 3. back to the hockey game. Ruffner fires one on, kicked away by Dalton. Moving ahead is Bauman. Towards the center, Bauman still has the puck on his stick. He gets dispossessed by Ray Myers. Rosenberg, a dribbler that moved ahead through Simino, looked for Ruffner, but Cincinnati takes it away. That's Bepko. Bepko knifes it ahead. Bumped off by Simino. Centered, slot, shot. Ruffner couldn't get it to fall. Good blocker save up into the ceiling by Dalton.
So just over a minute remaining in the period. Again, the Hoosiers, with a very solid last 5 minutes of the period here, look to take that momentum into the third.
Rosenberg wins the draw, kept in by Myers. He throws one low, went wide. And Rosenberg still in the near side corner, fighting with Zielinski for it. Rather, that's Zach Royce, the fourth line center. Whiffs on a pass. And Brandenburg tries to pick his pocket. He'll do so. Brandenburg, rather center. Rosenberg shot. They score! 4-0 Hoosiers.
Indiana's really turned it on in the last 2 or 3 minutes of the period here. They double their advantage from 2-0 to 4-0 with 33 seconds remaining in the second period.
Looks like it was a shot from the slot taken by Rosenberg that might have gotten tipped in by Aiden Simino for his second of the game.
Very impressive there from Indiana. They're up 4-0.
With 33 seconds to go, second period. We've still got 20 more minutes. Hoosiers looking to have a statement win here on senior night. And obviously all these tickets are for a good cause, for breast cancer research. Thrown off the back of the cage. Poked away. Baxton in alone, shot. What a stop by Stiles. A brick wall between the pipes, and Baxton's beside himself looking for his 11th of the year, denied by Stiles.
Yeah, good save there from Stiles to keep a clean sheet. 9 seconds remaining here, so there'll be one more face-off to defend. It looks like
Indiana basketball will lose.
Indiana turns it over on their chance to tie it.
Well, we've seen that one before. All right, off the draw. Moving the other way, maybe a breakaway. Slavin one-on-one. Flips it ahead for Brandenburg, but it was poked away by Dylan Marks, and that will bring us to the end of the second period. 2 late goals by the Hoosiers make it 4-0 IU.
Yeah, very, very, very strong end of the period there. It looked like they were going to go into the breakup 2-0. They go into the breakup 4-0 instead. Well, impressive performance so far from Stiles.
Yeah, Stiles has been a brick wall in between the pipes. He'll look to continue his momentum and hopefully, not jinxing anything, find his first shutout of the year. All right, 4-0 at the end of 2. Still one more to go. Stay tuned for Olivia Pierce's intermission report in just a couple of minutes. You're watching Indiana Hockey on the Indiana Hockey Broadcast Network. We'll be back in just a little while.
What a strange second period, am I right? I mean, the intensity level just completely changed kind of by both teams. I mean, look at Cincinnati. That was not the same team that we saw in the first period. What is going on with them? And it really doesn't know, like, Cincinnati, do they really know what their next move is? When I'm looking out there, they're acting on impulse. And of course, that's kind of the game, but it doesn't look like they have a complete thought going through play to play. It's really, really confusing out there for them. But hey, look at those last 2 extra goals by IU. Those are incredible. I will get you those names when we come back later, or maybe even my guys will get you those names. But we're doing so well. IU is really putting the pedal to the metal, still putting pressure on the Bearcats, but in a different way. We'll see how the third period goes. We'll see if that intensity comes back from both teams, and I will see you later.
All right, 20 minutes left to go as the Hoosiers are in firm control in the penultimate game at Frank Southern Ice Arena this season. They're up 4-0. The most recent 2 goals, one scored by Paul McClure, and then the most recent was a deflection off the skate of Aiden Simino to make it 4-0 Hoosiers. Jack Stiles having a heck of a day between the pipes.
Heck of a day between the pipes. Clean sheet so far, knock on wood. And Simino would tell you that he did that on purpose on the 4th goal.
I don't know about that. It's his 4th of the year. And McClure gets his 2nd of the year. McClure not your biggest goal scoring or shooting threat, but anybody's a threat to net one at any time. That was a weird play in the left post, but he got it done.
Absolutely, and the Hoosiers decided to absolutely throw out what I was going to say about them at the end of the period by scoring those 2 late goals.
Right.
It's a completely different game now, completely different vibe, a little bit more relaxed. The Hoosiers will look to hold the puck. They'll obviously look to still score, but with the 4-goal lead, you just want the clock to run down.
All right, 20 minutes to play as the Hoosiers win the last starting draw of tonight. Thrown ahead by Burke, and we're back underway. Gliding through. Merritt plays it low for Urbancic, and Urbancic gets bumped off by Bepko. Thrown near side, advance, goes to the stick of Ray Myers in between a couple of Bearcats. Myers with a couple of fancy stick handles, but against his pocket pick by Sunderhouse. He'll turn around and get pinned against the boards by Ryko Maric. Clawing away at it, and wow, that was a quick one on the ice. Kempa slid one across. Off the glass, batted down by Baxton. Got it on his backhand, pressed by Maric. Thrown across the crease, and it goes off the near side half wall. This is Rock. Rock played to Myers. Myers off the boards, bumped to Rock, and Rock gets clobbered. Nice hit delivered by Max Williams. Advanced ahead for Zielinski. Zielinski gets chopped and cut off by Myers, who will leave it near side. Big clang against the boards. Baxton able to keep it in. Instead moving the other way. This is Will Jeremy. Skates in, gets bumped off by Bepko again, and thrown straight to the ice, looking for a penalty, won't get one. Moving the other way is Sawyer Zielinski. He loses the puck, loose for McClure. Gets bumped, down low. Cincinnati takes it away behind the cage, and Timmons comes out to play it. Timmons chopped away. Turnover in the middle, Jaegers leaves it for McClure, who's already scored once. Dump off pass, Clapper, Jaegers can't find the net. But a good shot and a nice save from Caden Dalton. Flipped ahead by kicker to D'Lo. D'Lo takes it over the line, tries to sweep on through, recorrals, centering pass for Jaegers. Jaegers falls down, kept in by Byram. On his backhand, flipped off the boards towards Chambers. And Cincinnati will move the other way as that's Cowens. Batted in by kicker into the neutral zone. And flipped ahead. Kicker fights forward with Connor Gleason. Still south of the cage. Towards the center, around in the middle. Puck loose in the slot. And wiping out is Jacob Kempa. Centering pass. Over for Brandenburg. Kept in at the point. Chambers fires one on that got blocked. And kicker turns around. There's a puck in his face. Sweeps it across to the left, on the near side for Byram. Advanced ahead by Slavin. Moved in Brandenburg. Slavin will chase. Bump off Ancona. Pin him against the boards. Control. Around. Backhand in front. A shot from Brandenburg that was saved by Dalton. A really good chance for the Hoosiers early in the third.
Really good chance there. Very fluid play offensively for the Hoosiers. Long time there with no stoppage. Cincinnati still looking to put one on the board. We're just over 3 minutes into the third period. It's 4-0 Hoosiers.
Haven't had a penalty yet in this third period, which is a stark contrast to what we've seen in the first two frames. But Rosenberg and Sunderhouse will glide in to take the draw.
We were about 3 minutes in, so we had to get one go out of play near the roof.
And we did. All right, this one gets played to McClure at the left point, just in the corner. And taken ahead. Zooming up the middle is Church. He throws one on. Tipped off of Stiles' glove and almost went in, but didn't. Ruffner plays it Down, and it dropped below. Here's Simino looking to flick it ahead. Off Rosenberg's skate. 2-on-1. Between the legs pass to Ruffner. What an assist that would have been. But Ruffner couldn't find it on his blade. Backhanded ahead. Baxton can't get there first. And he pushes McClure into the boards. No armband is raised, interestingly enough. Just a complete shove by Baxton. Finally dislodges the puck, does Rosenberg. Sunderhouse is there. And it escapes the zone. Looks like icing.
Yeah, unclear if that arm was up for the offside or icing. There was a little bit of confusion there. It was a short icing.
Yeah, but
it'll end up with an offensive zone faceoff for the Hoosiers.
Yep.
Still just trying to run this one out. The way they're playing right now, this is exactly what you want if you're
That's
up
right.
4-0.
And you look at the shot differential, it's only 13-10. That does not reflect in the part where it counts, in the score.
Right. Indiana has just been jumping on Cincinnati when it has the chance. It was early in the game with 2 goals, and it was late in the second with 2 goals. So both with little 2-goal spurts to build this lead up to 4.
Rosenberg comes to take the draw with Williams. So both third lines out on the sheet of ice at the moment. Advanced ahead for Williams. 2-on-2 upcoming. Williams, toe drag, shot, kick, save, Styles. And Rosenberg, odd man rush. Up the middle, leaves it for Ruffner. Ruffner tried to fling it ahead. Rosenberg wasn't there. And Rosenberg's going to go to the penalty box. 2 minutes for tripping. Just an errant skate, or an errant stick, caught the skate of Will Grozen. And a power play coming up for Cincinnati.
That was a really awkward play. Lots of traffic out in front, pushing and shoving. It ended up when they started to break out, that stick was still there. And it ends up with the tripping call. So the Hoosiers back on the penalty kill with 15:29 remaining in this one.
All right, offensive zone draw for Cincinnati, looking to get on the board. Winrod loses the draw. It's horseshoed around, and Brandenburg lets it leave. Flipped ahead, good touch pass. Bepko gets dispossessed. Chambers, breakaway, can't chase it down. Brandenburg looks to throw it on net. It went wide off the shin pad of Dalton. Scrum for it behind the cage. Cincinnati eventually dislodges it. Here's Baxton, moves it ahead. A defender who can stick handle with the best of them. And Kona throws one on. Great stop by Styles. Byram barely keeps his footing behind his own net. Centering pass. And it finally clears the crease. Chambers gets pinned by Bepko. Now down to the ground. A couple of bumps on Chambers. And Chambers is just covering the puck like it's a live grenade. Miss Clapper from Baxton. And Baxton loses it. Towards the near side half wall. Center pass intercepted by Chambers, who floats one ahead for Brandenburg. Looking to carve his way through a couple of Bearcats and off the stick of Church out of play into the netting. 43 seconds left on the power play for Cincinnati.
We have to go back to that save from Jack Styles. He did not quite know where that one was. He had the fluttering puck. He stuck his shoulder up and saved it and kept it a 4-0 advantage for the Hoosiers. He keeps that word that I won't say because I'm superstitious going.
14 minutes to go in this game. This is Bauman. Nice hit delivered on Sunderhouse by a Hoosier in the near side. Rock looking to block a shot. He'll do so. Goes off his skate. Rock with the breakaway. Rock versus Dalton. He shoots. What a save by Dalton. Kicked away. That's a good one. Cincinnati looks to go the other way, but Kicker's got it in his own zone, and he flips it all the way down. And a whistle. They kill off the penalty. Well done by Indiana.
Very impressive penalty kill there. It came with a great save from Styles that we saw earlier. And then really aggressive, high pressure led to a breakout chance that couldn't go for Rock. But up 4-0, you just want to kill off that penalty. You don't want to let Cincinnati put it on the board, and that's exactly what they did.
All right, top forward line on the ice. It's Jeremy, Yagers, and DiLorenzo. Flipped into the Cincinnati bench and out of play. Tensions have kind of cooled off from the first period, which was just crazy.
I think both the coaching staffs, they went into the locker room and said, we're just going to hurt ourselves with this kind of play. And Indiana was very lucky to not get punished for all of the clumsy penalties that they had in the first, frankly.
Yeah, there's still a clean sheet for Styles at the moment. Cowens and DiLorenzo battling for it. Comes across the boards. Centered and finally cleared by Baxton. Kept in Byram. Byram actually can't keep it in. He'll get bumped by Cowens. Batted down, and Cowens advances it. Good stick work by Yagers. Yagers, lots of physicality. And moving the other way. Yagers gets taken down to the ice. Tried to flip it ahead for DiLorenzo. He'll rush towards it. Bepko. Cross ice. Shot! Went wide. That was taken by Jeremy, the captain. Timmons. Throws an errant pass to Kicker. Kicker wipes out to try to save it, but he'll be able to clear it away into one of the IU banners up top and out of play.
A broken stick.
Yeah, some carnage of battle. Not sure who it belongs to, but it will be sent off into the graveyard of hockey sticks.
Looks like it was a Cincinnati player as they took it back to the Cincinnati bench. Not sure which one, though.
Who knows? Well, I'm sure they've got a spare one on hand. Timmons plays one off his skate blade, and it's advanced towards the middle by Chambers. No offsides. Here's Slavin. Slavin backhands one around the top. Brandenburg and Byram collide. Or rather, that's Kicker. Cincinnati looks to move ahead. Big hit in the middle. Kempa able to get back up. A good physical play by Chambers. Bodies go flying. Into the boards goes Kicker again. Off a shove from Booth. 2-on-1. Hoosiers moving up. Chambers, shot, wide. Slavin still there. Controlling, nice stick work. Kept in. Timmons whiffs on a pass. And a random shot thrown on towards Styles, who clacks it away with his stick. Good pass towards Chambers. This is Slavin on his backhand, a loop around. Left point. McClure throws one on that went 3 or 4 feet wide. He's getting tied up against the boards is Luke Slavin. Cross ice pass intercepted. Rosenberg in alone, shot high and out of play. Went off of someone's stick.
That one looked like it could have left a hole in the ceiling. That was a really hard shot.
Rosenberg can rip it with the best of them, that's for sure. Second on the team in goals with 17 on the year, only behind everyone's favorite Ethan DiLorenzo.
Yeah, DiLorenzo, we've been saying his name. Well, you've been saying his name
a lot,
all game.
Plenty.
All game. And that happens often.
Well, the man who scored the game-winning goal in overtime of the national championship last year obviously listed that as his favorite moment as an IU Hoosier, or as an Indiana Hoosier. I mean, how could you not? If you
I don't know what could be better than that.
That's what you dream of as a kid. You're tied, going back and forth in overtime in the national championship, and you score the game winner, just a beautiful shot. He'll never forget that one, nor will we. All right, 10:42 to go, third period. Rosenberg removes it. Ruffner's there in the middle. Rosenberg throws one on net. It was deflected. Moving ahead, backhand pass from McClure towards Rosenberg, but it's Baxton who takes it away. Low slot, and Byram Gets knocked to the ice. Shot by Simino. Marich flips it ahead. Controlled low by Bepko. And Simino will chase. McClure plays it past Simino, and Cincinnati can't keep it in. Not for lack of effort from Zach Royce. Pace has slowed down a little bit here in this third period with Indiana with a big lead. It's 4-0. McClure spins around and goes the other way. Here's Burke. 3-on-2. Flip towards Rosenberg. Ruffner there to pick up the pieces, and it flips back to Burke instead. Burke cross ice pass, or rather, Rosenberg cross ice pass looking for Burke. Icing called on Cincinnati.
Very fluid offensive possessions for Indiana. Cincinnati has not been able to have any consistent pressure on the offensive end. They've had some good looks. Again, the shots are only 14-11 in favor of the Hoosiers, but the looks for Cincinnati just haven't been there. They haven't been able to slot it home.
This is number 22, Zach Royce, to glide in to take the draw. He'll win the face-off with 9:30 to play, third period. Clapper from the left point by Jake Rock, blockered away by Dalton. Up the head, off the post. Still loose, they score! 5-0 Indiana! Jake Rock, the goal, his 13th of the season.
The Hoosiers were whacking away. They were whacking away. There was a shot that went off the post. They go around the goal. They tried on the other side, and they put it home for the 5-0 advantage.
How about the kid from Winfield, Illinois, the sophomore? 5 power play goals in the year. This one was even strength, but it's his 13th for 22 points. And Rock extends the lead.
Hearing it from the fans.
Oh, yeah. Here's Strickland. Has some time and bumps into the referee. Centering pass, but Bauman wasn't there. Looking to advance it. Rock, puck on his stick again. Gets taken down by Dillard, no penalty. Rock still in the thick of it as Ancona removes it. And that'll go down for icing. Well, the old adage goes, Cincinnati's icing the puck so much they could open a bakery. Please tell me you've heard that one before.
Maybe.
You have to. That's a classic one.
Maybe it's not a frequent one on my hometown King broadcast.
Well,
speaking of the Kings, the name Kempe has been tripping me up. Adrian Kempe.
Ah, yeah.
Coming to mind.
There you go. Well,
Remember the name.
You'll have to deal with it for just a little while longer. Here's Bauman. Bauman gets controlled by a kicker. And able to keep it in is Gleason. Move it away. Shot. And a whistle. Puck still loose. DiLorenzo. Clapper from Jeremy. Shot. What a save. But a lot of miscommunication. High and didn't come towards us. It was almost there. I think I could have made the catch.
No, that was mine.
Okay, fair enough. Anyone who's gone to any sort of basketball game or sporting event with me this year knows that I am horrendously bad. Here's a puck in the middle, horrendously terrible at catching T-shirts out of T-shirt cans. I think I'm 0 for 3 this year. Yeagers dump off to Jeremy. Thrown on net, blockered away by Dalton. Here's Baxton. Puck on his stick towards the backhand, poked away by McClure. Scrum in front of the net. Looking to center. Perez was there. Down for Bepko. Moving towards the net. Shot. Puck still loose. And covered. And wow, this is exploding as Jeremy and I think it was Max Williams got into it. They'll still jaw, and DiLorenzo comes in to help his man. They'll finally have to be separated. They still want to chat. And they finally get calmed down.
Yeah, a lot of frustration showing now from Cincinnati.
When you're down 5-0, you kind of gotta cool it.
That's true, but they're trying to get the momentum to go into the game tomorrow night. Speaking of tomorrow night, we hope you tune in.
Yep.
As these two teams face off again.
7 o'clock tomorrow.
7 o'clock.
Yep. It's the Alpha Gamma Delta Hockey for Hunger Games, so another philanthropy event for the last game at the Frank this season. So sad. So sad.
Heartbreaking.
But that still means we've got over 60 minutes left of hockey at the Frank this year. Here's Strickland. He takes a big hit and gets right back up. Strickland gets bumped off. Stick gets held. Here's Byram. Moved ahead for Slavin. And instead, flipped ahead. Here's Kempa. Kempa thinks about a shot. Now will take one and straight into the trapper of Stiles, who's made 13 of 13 saves.
Yeah, Stiles has been very impressive tonight. Looking to close it out here. Got the 5-0 advantage with 6:52 remaining. Big hits still coming late in this one.
Yeah.
Again, Cincinnati trying to build some momentum going into tomorrow's matchup as they'll have another shot against the Hoosiers.
All right, to take the draw. Looks like it's Chambers and Royce. And Royce comes away with it. Here's Chambers. Brandenburg plays a pass up ahead, and Slavin tried to put one on net. Didn't find anything. Slavin's still there, gets held up. Chambers. Zipped around for Ancona. Chambers falls, and Ancona, they're still going after it. And Chambers and Ancona, as Ancona loses his glove. Chambers to Slavin. No one's there. Kicker looks to put one on. It went wide. Timmons can't keep it in the zone, and finally a whistle. Two guys going to the box. Looks like for offsetting roughing penalties is Brandenburg and Jacob Kempa.
A lot of talking coming from both sides.
And they're still talking in between the glass.
You know, it's interesting. You know, we're 5-0. We got 6:12 remaining in this one. You got to give it to Cincinnati for keeping it going all game, but the fans are giving it to the Cincinnati players. Some chuckles coming from
he heard it.
Brad Baxton.
Yeah, he heard it.
That's hockey.
A kind gentleman in a Connor Murphy jersey, giving it to one of the Cincinnati fans. But we're back to what we're actually here to see. Hockey. Rosenberg. Near side, he shoots. That one went wide. Good reaction from Dalton. Rosenberg tries to cut into the slot, and he gets pushed away by Bepko. Loose for Simino. Backhands towards Strickland. Cross ice for Byram. Pass intercepted in the slot. And Baxton, who was just hearing it, has the puck on his stick. He's still hearing it. Moved ahead and chipped into the zone. Yeah, Baxton's really hearing it from this one guy. It's something to behold.
I imagine when he comes back on the ice, that'll keep up.
I will guarantee you that. Cross ice pass, looking for Bepko, looks to throw it on. Got blocked. Great stop by Byram to get in front and put his body on the line. Loose puck in the middle, that's picked up by Indiana. Byram with Rosenberg to his left. Dump off for Simino. Simino couldn't put it home. He was in alone, had Dalton dead to right. Cincinnati will go the other way. Here's Bepko. Pass to the center. Blocker saved by Stiles. His 14th of the day. Coming for it is McClure. McClure takes a hit, comes away with the puck, bats it down, backhand, forehand, and comes away. Puck kept in. Cincinnati looking to make things happen. Williams plays it across the boards in the neutral zone. Zipped ahead by Merritt, or rather by Ruffner. Ruffner throws one on, straight into the glove of Dalton. A really nice save.
Yeah, nice save there.
15 seconds left on the 4-on-4.
That was some beautiful passing on that chance there. I mean, if that
Carved
had gone home, that would have been an unbelievable goal. And Indiana is still buzzing. 15 seconds left, 4-on-4. They got the extra ice space here. One more chance here deep in the offensive zone.
Well, winning this draw will be important, and they put their best face-off man on the ice. Here's Jeremy. He'll go to battle with Royce, and he wins it. Comes out to DiLorenzo. Looking ahead, he'll give back to Jeremy. Chop to the middle, knifed away by Dalton. DiLorenzo comes out to control it. Timmons, left point, left half wall, throws one on, goes wide left, and DiLorenzo will whack at it, can't keep it in the zone, gets his stick lifted up and has to throw it back in. Back to 5-on-5. And you're right, Baxton is still hearing it. Some of which we can't repeat, but some fan very not happy with how Baxton's playing. All right, Winrod gets pinned up against the boards, almost breaks his stick in the process. Avoiding a hit, moving ahead for DiLorenzo. Tried to get it, there was Yeagers. DiLorenzo flipped off the boards, a really cheeky pass, and controls it. Dump off for Jeremy. Jeremy towards the middle for Yeagers. Yeagers couldn't get a good clean shot on it. There's Zielinski, gets hit by McClure. Williams, and it's dumped for Yeagers. With some speed, nobody around him, gains his own. Yeagers thinks about throwing a bomb on net. Has DiLorenzo, pass intercepted, meant for D'Lo in the slot. Yeagers is just bouncing off bodies everywhere. Good pass deflection by McClure. Here come the Hoosiers. Shot went wide and high. Rock played off the boards and sent back in. Marich had the 1v3, couldn't do anything with it. Nice hit by Urbanczyk. And it comes to rest around the boards, or behind the net. There's Baxton, tipped in front by Cowens, and Stiles does a good job to keep it out of the cage. At the point again, deflection and kicked away by Burke. Burke will move ahead. He'll flip it ahead to Rock. Left for Urbanczyk, who tries to glove it down. Rock, who's already scored once. Burke, he shoots, just goes high. 2 minutes left in this game, Urbanczyk. Towards the middle for Rock. And it falls to Perez. Thrown ahead and advanced by Jake Rock with exactly 2 to play. 5-0 the Indiana lead. It's been a successful day at the office. And icing is called. What a day this has been, especially for Jack Stiles.
Yeah, Stiles has been outstanding in net. He's faced those 14 shots. Hoosiers have 19 shots, by the way. Cincinnati with 14, all 14 saved by Stiles. Indiana looking to close this one out. 1:54 remaining, a 5-0 advantage. Still chippy, and still some chirping from the fans.
With the win, the Hoosiers would move to 11-3-1 on the year on their home ice as Byram falls over, gets back up, plays the puck towards the top. There's Luke Strickland, the man from Greenwood. And a whistle, looks like offsides, maybe a high stick.
Yeah, heading back to that home record for the Hoosiers. If they hold on here, which it seems like they will, they'll move to that 11-3-1. Meanwhile, Cincinnati on the road, right now 4-7, would fall to 4-8. So a matchup of a strength versus a weakness for these two teams.
Yeah, Cincinnati's really struggled away from their home this year. Delayed penalty upcoming. Maybe not.
Looks like it was just that
okay,
offsides.
That's not. Stiles was confused. He was getting ready to head to the bench. This is Timmons. Timmons for kicker. Played ahead, it's loose. Brandenburg rushes towards it. Brandenburg plays to Slavin on his backhand. Touch to the forehand, a shot. Rebound for Brandenburg, but he tried to do too much with it. Minute left to go. Chambers thinks about throwing one on net and moves it back for Slavin. Slavin faces towards the net. He shoots, it goes high. And here's Cedric Cowens. Gets a nice hit from Slavin. Tried to wrap it around at Kempa, and he'll be denied. 44 seconds, 5-0 the Hoosier lead. Chambers rushing ahead to try to extend it. He can't do it. He gets bumped into the boards, escapes with the puck, and falls down to the ice. That's a penalty. And that's more of a frustration penalty than anything else. As it looks to me that Jordan Winrod will go to the penalty box for 2 minutes, probably for boarding.
Well, his night's going to end in that box unless the Hoosiers put one on the board.
Yeah, right.
But 33 seconds left.
Or rather, no, not boarding. It's just a hit from behind. But 2 minutes regardless, and you're right. It'll probably be an early end for his day. As the Hoosiers will get another shot on the power play, really only for 33 seconds. If I had to guess, I feel like most of this game, more than 50% of this game has been played not on 5-on-5.
I would have to agree.
Nice backhand control by Rosenberg, who throws it low towards the center for DiLorenzo. Tried to throw it on. Rosenberg fires a hit, and it's cleared by Cincinnati with 20 seconds to go. McClure rushing for it with Baxton in tow. McClure falls to the ice, and Ruffner's there to pick him up. 10 seconds to go. Slavin, 2-on-1. Slavin, pass, Rosenberg, shot, rebound. Loose, still loose. At the end of the game, and a whistle as it expires. No goal. They say the buzzer sounded before it went in. The goal gets called off, but the game is over. No goal, but nevertheless, it's a 5-0 win for Indiana.
Yeah, it's hard to, unless it was 100% clear the refs are going to call that one no goal with a 5-0 game
and no
right
replay
at the end.
as well.
Exactly.
Right. It doesn't really matter. It's 5-0. And how about the senior Jack Stiles, his first shutout of the year?
Yeah, I was trying to avoid that word till it was over. He gets the shutout, the first one of the year. The Hoosiers win it 5-0. And we'll see these two teams match up again tomorrow night, and I am excited to see that one.
It'll be a fun one. Same spot, well, not the same time. I was about to say same time. We'll be back at the Frank for one final time in the 24-25 season. Ryan, that was a fun one. That was a fun game of hockey, especially if you're an IU fan.
Yeah, that was fun. Indiana gets another win. 7-game win streak. It's been an incredible time to announce games this season, as I will not be here tomorrow. For Ryan LaPedis.
Oh, yeah.
Andrew Hillsman.
Yes, sir. All right, that's all we've got. Hoosiers win 5-0. It's a good day at the Frank. Thank you for tuning in to Indiana Hockey and the Indiana Hockey Broadcast Network. One more game to go from the Frank tomorrow at 7. See you there. And until then, so long.